Hey, Larian.
There is but one punishment for
Brawl
traitors.
first. Nah, it might be Brawl early, but we'll see. Hey, dog dog. Most likely it'll be like a 3-3 split. But we'll see how long I feel like playing this deck. Against Imprisonment. Does this do anything important? This list has double Mega Scope. I don't know how I feel about the double Mega Scope with just Raging Bears and a Caern Caduch. Does this deck really not play Gwent anymore?
The senses can be fooled easily. Falling behind.
Let's play Truffle. This is the list from the Elder Blood snapshot. I suspect it's not optimal because they don't have it as the best deck in the game, but yeah, might make some tweaks. Hey, Mooncrow. They always have weird snapshots. Yeah. I don't know. They have sort of the right NR deck in tier 1. It's just weird that this is all the way down in tier 3. Don't want to play the Coral. I almost just want to try to hold it. How important is round control against this Nilfgaard deck?
That might even be amusing.
It might be that I'm just supposed to give up the round. This deck doesn't have Quen for a short round, though. This actually doesn't have anything for a short round. It's just got Fucusya. What's Fucusya do in this deck? I guess it reses Hafru. But I just need points. You haven't seen Inspired Zeal Alumni? I don't know. I mean, their list, I guess, is a little weird, but...
I suppose.
Hey, Heijin Maru, thanks for the
35
tier
Wahoo.
3! Thanks for the 35. One away from 3 years. Welcome back. Cooed my coral. Guess the long round could be a little spooky too. I don't know. Am I discarding the Megascope? I might just discard... Yeah, I guess like Megascope and Stunning Blow, or Gutting Slash. No, I discard them more. If I get rid of the Scope, Scope eventually, maybe, possibly plays for 8. This is an extra point on Wanderers versus discarding the Gutting Slash. I don't know. Siege automatically become the best in our deck? Not necessarily.
A fine vintage it would have made.
I don't know how good Siege's matchup is into the other NR decks. It's possible that it's just not even the best in the mirrors. And other matchups still exist, right? Siege has a pretty awkward point distribution to it. Forces weird things with your sequencing. Alumni is a hell of a card. Yeah, looking forward to the new Brawl patch. Lots of Cool stuff. I didn't even have to update the tracker. Everything just worked. Just had to add new images to the website. This is the first patch in a while that caused breaking changes to the tracker. That's really annoying. So get rid of the last taproot. Yeah, that was the will become apparent reason. I have a bricked skirmisher. I can always just res coral though, right? Not that big of a deal. Even. Does it actually reset the resilience? I thought that was just a visual bug. Need this heat wave for anything else? I've got a mork bark too. See what happened in round 3. Yeah, I thought it was just visual, but I could be wrong. I think if you right-click on it, it doesn't show the resilience. I think I remember it coming up in a meditating mage matchup. Hey, you know.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit it.
So what am I doing here? You could just go for the mork now. You can use the mork, set up the Junod, or just stunning blow this to kill the assimilate unit. Wouldn't have any SK units. No. Oh, yes. Yes. So I guess that's the reason to not play this, so they can't give it spying and R-squad me. Ah, fuck. I'll just do this now.
Shall never find peace.
I forgot this list played Dwim. This is gonna come out on the melee row and brick me. Oh wait, this thing's not melee locked. Never mind. I just kill the Brothans. Just gonna kill the Brothans. Where are the opponent's points? In their hand, probably. I don't know. Sunset Wanderers is good, yeah. I'd probably say that it's underplayed right now. Guess I'll just kill the assimilate unit while I can. It's probably the best, like, points neutral card in the game.
That's all I need.
If that means anything for what deck you're playing. That one uses a roach with a gun. Yeah. It is gigantic. I wanted to do that first so I could kill the half ruse so he doesn't get to click it. I'm gonna kill it here. But I do want to get flurry damage onto a bear so I can play Junab. Yeah, that's the point of Dwim. Or the point of the scenario reset on Dwim, at least. That's pretty good. Wonder is supposed to be a card that is best when played as a... Well, you're never playing it as last. It's usually coming out in the middle of a round. Yeah, that was not close. Any really good synergies? The closest thing to synergy it has is with like card draw stuff, to where you can extend it coming out by drawing more cards. Yeah, sorta. I would argue with Invo though, it's as much of a drawback as it is as it is a benefit. I feel like there are a lot of times you do not want to draw the card that you invo. Sure. I guess I should have mulled for a discard target. I do have the mask too. Probably don't need double Raging Bear. This expansion, the most recent one. I don't know that I have one.
Evil's not going anywhere.
Let me see. What was in this one? Oh, Torque maybe? Illusionist. Truffle. Nah, I'm not really a huge fan of Truffle. I'm really not a huge fan of artifacts that have big impactful orders. I feel like Golden Froth is pushing how much you should put on an artifact even without the resilience. Especially considering how strong the first half of Truffle is. Yep. What are we doing here? Maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's Torque would be my favorite. At the end of each turn, you have to discard down the 6, but realistically, no. Fucked up game. Most games don't have a hand limit.
Prejudice can carry a high price. They
more with Binder. I mean, we could if we care about winning round 1. I don't know that I care about winning round 1. I think I'd rather just have the Helmer to kill one of the spenders. I don't know, maybe opponent will do something make me feel silly for it, but I feel like we're just fine in a long round. As long as we have control to kill the scary stuff. Oh, does this make my Wanderer come out? I guess if it does, my opponent's playing to 6. Yeah, it's fine. This is the list from the Elder Blood snapshot. I feel like I should probably familiarize myself with the good decks. Considering the whole casting thing. Do I play the Gutting Slash? I guess I do. It extends the Wanderers as well as effectively thins a card from the Birna. I don't hate having Gutting Slash in my hand round 3, but there are better cards. Yeah, we'll probably play Duels tomorrow, or some kind of inspired Zeal deck. Coral Junad missing. Meh. Guess I didn't think of my proactivity. Just play the Fucusya. Nah, deck lists aren't out yet. They don't release until the day of. So far, Duel is NR exclusive, I think. Who's to say going forward? Maybe Bloodstarved. Cool. No, I'm not playing in the Brawl tournament. I said that last month, but I had something to do this weekend. Duel in SY? Kind of. There's Tavern Brawl. If you want to count that. How much do I care about you? I don't think very much. Possibly exactly enough to Gutting Slash it. These are all different. Somehow this deck looks familiar. It's just Flurry Pile. On the bright side, instead of being like just a solid deck, I'm pretty sure this is the best deck in the game right now. It's kind of funny. This list probably isn't, but I'm pretty sure this archetype. So we're gonna Megascope the Bear Witcher, or at least we're gonna try to. Or I can just discard the Megascope. We'll see what the Coral says. Probably rather discard the Scald. No boat. Brawl just went into early access in like July.
What are you gonna do? Huh?
Health gamers are famous for boat cutting. Oh, are they? I was unaware. Purge. I guess that's annoying. Deals a very convenient amount of damage.
The church welcomes all. All are free to convert.
Travel makes one modest. Lets one see the bigger picture.
I think there's a rush to click.
Nothing like some overseas
It's early access it just means they haven't technically released it yet. Even though it's basically released on Steam. My bounty would use Jackpot. I'm pretty sure it's the correct bounty leader. It lets you protect Tunnel Drill, as well as just like be on 9 coins and protect your spenders generally. I'm not sure why you wouldn't play Jackpot. Hail. Why does this deck have so many points? Jewel Freak Show. I was only playing one Executioner, I think.
we've left.
Just call the game out. Yeah. I think it's more about like how much effort they're putting into marketing than anything else. Like when it releases, there'll be more of a marketing push. Yeah, true, true. It does feel like that model of game really needs frequent updates to stay fresh. Like even more so than card games. Just wave that. I assume my deck is good enough that I can wave that. Yeah, the Underlord system was kind of cool. I don't know how well it worked out, because I don't think I played after they implemented it. But they basically had it like every day the game changed, and they would remove some units from the pool. So every day was a different set of units. Probably pass. Definition of a dead game. Yeah, I mean Underlords is dead now, sure. It was a cool game while it lasted, though. Well, it was a cool game for a while. Kind of awkward. I mean, they haven't updated Underlords in like a year plus, right? I have no idea how this matchup goes or what my plan is supposed to be. Like, I suspect that I probably want to bleed a little bit, but I'm not sure how I do it. Like, the bleed might even just be as simple as get my opponent to play a Sorceress. Force out Eifne. Proactivity's kind of jank. Oh my god, this thing's... I am never turning off Roadlock, ever. Error warning. I will constantly play this thing in the wrong row. Oh, I guess Sim Loss is a bit annoying. He could Sim Loss here and yoink his card back. I don't really have a great way to get back ahead of that.
Illusion. We get to see what they can accomplish.
Just Elmar that. Is there any significant purpose? Yeah, so you can play it without going and discarding a card. And use Junod on? I have no idea. It's probably just sometime in round 3.
Tis mine. I was born. I shall die with it.
Okay. We'll just keep the Wanderer. I guess if he tries to like Eithne in round 3, I can pretty trivially kill Eithne and the Triads. We get a Sim Loss anyway? What the fuck? Okay. That was a pretty good bleed. Most puffs are going on Eithne. Oh. Oh, so I can res Birna. This is proactive. I do want more Coral pretty bad. There we go. Hey, Seth.
Though trees live on their fruit, they need protection.
Good chin on that. Complete meme of the card is now 10 for 5. Oh, Dwim, yeah. This is a card. Oh hey, I'm glad I did this. Okay, no need to Fucusya this turn.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
It's a lot more interesting when you don't play it. Is it?
Splendid crops this year, and ever they shall be. Leave it
So this isn't till next turn. I can just do this. I need to play the Birna.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Not the likes of overseas plunder.
We're always just discarding the card we draw.
Double the coin. Consider it done.
I mean, that kind of shifted when they made an actual leader for Symbiosis too. As well as just more nature cards. the scope's worse. Maybe this has some utility. I wouldn't.
The earth will flow with the blood of Mushy, the blood of elves.
Not going after that. I guess I can just Dwim now.
My home is wherever the road takes me.
Yeah, I should have the location next to the Hafru. We have so many points. I have no idea why this deck has so many points. What is this deck bad against? Does this deck have any bad matchups? Is it bad in the Nilfgaard? Like, theoretically? Maybe not rank 1 Nilfgaard, but properly played Nilfgaard? I assumed that, like, Symbiosis was gonna be bad, until I realized how well our cards matched up. Share the deck, please. It's just the snapshot list from Elder Blood. Bad into Flurry without Wanderers. I guess I could see that. I don't know. Wanderers doesn't even, like, trade down that much. It trades down some provisions. It doesn't trade down any points. In theory, Syndicate should still be okay against this. Syndicate doesn't really exist at the moment. Oh, I have this thing. I should play this thing. Blue Alumni decks. I could see that. I could see that.
Mother Earth, I grant you my land. From you it came, to you it returns.
Monsters... I don't know. You see more monsters on ladder than you do Syndicate.
Spit it out.
Monsters is the worst faction. Pretty clearly, but... at least given current information.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
I have a coral. Am I trying to use that coral? They took away relics and gave Kelly support in the last expansion, third. The monsters cards from the third part of the expansion are actually just nonsensical. They don't make any sense. I don't know why they printed these 4 cards. None of them make sense.
I can do a great deal more for you.
Yeah, like 1 gold card is Kelly support. 1 gold card is dog shit. Then there's like a bronze that is sort of just explicitly just relic support, and then another bronze that is just kind of bad.
Only one with no scent would trust the word.
And I'll let you pick which one is explicitly relic support and which one is bad. Because it's definitely arguable they are both just bad. Oh yeah, it does not do that. It just lets you play Kelly twice. And by play Kelly twice, I mean it lets you play Cave Troll and Kelly twice. Now, is this how I lose the matchup? This could be how I lose the matchup. Favorite faction? I don't really have one. Nilfgaard, I guess? I don't know. Do I care? just like mulligan Fucusya. I mean, you don't have to install to you just look at the updates page. I'm sure you will agree that the monsters cards are nonsense. It's the only word that could be used to describe them. Nah, McBeard doesn't play anymore. He moved on to greener pastures. The ambassador thing doesn't really exist anymore.
You must banish her. I see no other paths. Come to me, little one. Best drown yourself with those damn.
Well, if there's a way that I lose this game, this is definitely the way. Jaggeris was the Nilfgaard ambassador. Again, as I said, at the moment, they don't really do ambassadors anymore. It's not a thing that's being supported. Yeah, they had a plan about it, and then all of the current ambassadors were like, fuck no, and then they just dropped the whole program. How much I care about that. Probably enough. I've got Wanderer popping out. Next turn we can Caern Caduch to kill the remnants of the Whisperers. Though he gets a bunch of them this turn with the Seer.
Reach high into the sky.
That's not too bad. At least there was no Dryad in play.
Double the coin, consider it.
Nobody knows, dude. The actual fuck are these cards? Yep. What is like explicitly just Kelly support, and then the rest are actual nonsense. And not the fun kind of nonsense either. Okay, these are the games that I lose. I accept. Whatever. We'll go Morkvarg.
Lady of the Wood.
What's the goal with Yaga? Yeah. I think the idea is you can like Incubus a 4 over to your opponent's side, but then you're rezzing a 4 with Incubus.
What let us talk to strangers? Ugh, stop gurgling like that.
That was my Junod. I still have a leader left. Though I guess that's a little annoying.
Not get in the way of the axe.
The earth will flow with the blood of Mushy, the blood of elves. Kedmil Vanadain.
No. Yeah, that's not good.
Reach high into the sky. Travel makes one modest. Let's one see the bigger picture.
Control until it doesn't. I don't know. I think the lack of control is less of a problem than playing 3 bricks. You could only get by with playing so many bricks. Also, maybe had to fight for last play a little bit harder. Might be a matchup where it is actually that important to be able to hit the gourd. Yeah, you can still current there, Kiki Queen. Kostya is pretty different than Kiki. Kiki wants a 10 card round 3, Kostya wants a 5 card round 3. Arguably, Kostya's plan is just a lot stronger. Like, it's a lot harder to deal with Kostya when they get their 5 card round 3 than it is to deal with Kiki when they get their 10 card round 3. Oh, hey. We are still in game. This hand is weird.
Listen here. Listen well.
Nothing like some overseas plunder in springtime.
It's got the full discard package.
Defeat them with hunger. Crush them with thirst.
I suppose, and the end.
Don't get in the way of the axe.
Let's go to Mega Scope. So I sort of don't want to play Truffle, because then I won't have Truffle in round 3 for Dwim. Dwim seems kind of sketch.
A beautiful pair of legs, please.
No Birna jamming. I mean, I guess I can, because Fucusya can just res Coral to discard the mark. Do you just not need to be even at all responsible with your discards? Like, where's the responsibility let me do? Res like a half Rue instead? So I could pass. Does last say matter? I care about bleeding. I mean, I guess I could just jam the Coral. I don't. Fair enough. Is pretty silly. So does Imposter mean that I want to push? I mean, I wouldn't be reductive like that, but yes, Messenger is a card. Reagon's really cool. There was like a 48-hour window where everyone thought Reagon was busted and needed to get hotfixed. It was a very weird time. People did not believe me when I said the period was not going to last very long.
Best drown yourself with those damn nets.
Well, you're not always on blue. Like, Mask, even with no discard payoffs, is still just the best TA to play, discarding a 4P card. Single card in the game, it generates rain for better than 1/1. Fucusya. Yeah, Fucusya, yeah. It is a little busted. Wait, that's so good. Am I worried about his round 3? I don't know. He played his Ramons, so I can probably just kill illusionists. Oh, is he ball?
Few poachers dare venture into the Morlowman's wood.
Yep. Fucusya is pretty insane. Yalmar? Not the end of the world. Really? Okay. Since Fucusya weren't really designed in the same idea. Like, Fucusya's pretty obviously pushed to just be playable in every SK deck. Marines was pretty specific towards Hyperthin. Just do that, right? Hey, Dio. You're gonna probably draw Hjalmar? Yeah, probably.
We'll defend our homes, no matter what.
Your descendants will die. Sacrifices for Melusi, one and all.
So if I leader here, it doesn't kill the Germain, so I'm just gonna chill.
Never know which contract's gonna kill.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, it's in like this weird mix of if you're not playing Squirrel, you're often just gonna lose to it, and everyone just plays Squirrel. The Varagif's small. Yep.
Traveling is an option, you see. One of the better ones.
Varagif playable? It's kind of playable. I played a couple Illusionists, like infantry decks, that felt pretty good.
Those strength against him. That's the trick.
It also works with the new Illusionist card. This is usually the big target you're looking for with your Varagif. Oh, what the fuck? Betty is a 3. Oh. I don't even need the Hjalmar it. Okay.
Oh, that's dancing.
That was fun.
It's not for me.
Yeah, Illusionist is really cool. One of my favorite cards from the drop. More creative, some of the cards look out of place. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Needs so much row space? I mean, yeah. Just something you gotta keep in mind. A lot of the time the deck's gonna want to push to not have a 10 card round 3. I just leave this in deck. Can I find a Raging Bear? Thank you.
Defeat them with hunger. Crush them with thirst.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Let's not get in the way of my axe.
We just discard the Dwim. Though Dwim does play for 10 if I play Truffle this round. There's for more than the half roux. It's kind of silly. Guess that's a reason to wait. Didn't really consider the options in time. If I know I'm discarding the half roux, I'll probably just let the Wanderers pass it and use the Mask next turn. Another one.
Magic is a curse, a blessing, and a
Ever laid eyes on the conception of such grandeur?
It's 8 points. It's not free. Let's see how much NR. Well, that's a good amount of NR. There's a video already on YouTube, then there's one that goes up in a couple days as well for Illusionist Nilfgaard.
I'm out now. Or must I reach
Yep. So I could play the Birna. I don't really have a graveyard right now anyway.
Stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Interesting. Next I find to familiarize. There's this. There's the NR inspired Zeal stuff. I'll probably play Nature's Gift again. Are fell out of favor. There's a lot of squirrels running around. There's also a lot of just like decks that generally have control tools that can beat the Rhaegon deck. Is there a reason why? Well, just visual bugs, because there's more involved to loading a moving thing than a static thing.
Falling behind.
Like, it's a fairly common bug where premium cards just like turn fully black. Wanderers for a card seems like a good trade. Don't think I want these. So opponent's Hjalmar deals 6. So I'm not too worried about double cross into Hjalmar. Probably want to play Junod before Caduch, as long as he keeps double cross. Oh, and I want to play Fucusya as well. So I think ideally I just Quarrel next turn, and then Quarrel sets up the Fucusya for Birna.
You're gonna get it now.
I suppose. And the end.
Yeah, it gives perfect sense, including Rhaegon. Yeah, there is. Paying 8 provisions to bait opposing squirrels and play with a 24 card deck isn't that bad of a deal. As far as thinning goes, it's better at Roche than thinning is, because it doesn't even take up round 1 draws, because it comes out of the deck before mulligans.
Enough! Let us finish this.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit it.
Yeah, in some cases, even just getting your opponent to play their squirrel is good. One of my patch day decks, or shortly after patch day decks, was playing Rhaegon with no real rain effects. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't caught on more. It seems really good.
Folk can be just as treacherous as the sea.
Hopefully I don't get punished for this. It depends. You do have to build your deck around it, which makes it all that much worse if you're built around it and it gets squirreled. Like, your deck sort of doesn't function anymore if, like, Melusine plus Rhaegon get answered. But just playing, like, an Alchemy deck with Crow Mother, where Rhaegon absorbs their squirrel so your Crow Mother doesn't, is kind of cool.
Gotcha, puppet.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen more people playing it without a lot of rain synergy.
Sorry, don't matter. Sounds like something a midget would say.
I'm not a huge fan of not playing this yet, but It'll be fine. I think we're last playing the Hjalmar. Still just has 6s, so leader alone doesn't kill the Raging Bear. Oh, leader plus this would have killed the Raging Bear.
You played your hand. Now, allow me to retort.
So I get Terra Nova, Junod, Raging Bear. I guess that's a reason to not play with Junod, but I don't know, either leader gets it or... Yeah, it's got a pretty reasonable amount of utility, even outside of Rain. The big thing is just like baiting your opponent to play Squirrel, but even if they're not.
Double the coin and consider it done.
It seems you cleared deck.
Cantarella? I have no idea what he yoinked, and I don't care to find out. Worth a try. Took Heat Wave? Oh. Really?
An interesting choice.
Tail goodbye.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
It's not very helpful. I'm just scared opponent at points so real zero to Megascope. Yeah, yeah.
Fucusya's glory!
Didn't answer anything I was doing there. I mean, there's only, yeah, he could have answered the Raging Bear or the Coral, but I feel like that game could have gone at least a little bit worse for us if our opponent bricked the Megascopes. Against PStrike, these might be good, maybe. Just don't kick this. It's Torvs. True. True. Hey, Frogman.
Let it forth, Dwim. You stand no chance.
Yeah, I mean,
I can do it.
don't have a good answer to that.
Crack and eat me girly. Looky here.
I don't think so, CGVan. Tortoise? No. No tortoise. So... I don't know, next gen he pulls Aileron. I'd probably at least make him pull Aileron. I don't know what PStrike necessarily means.
Ugh, stop gargling like that. We shall drive
Apparently it means
these
Sorceress of
men into the
Dolbothanas.
sea.
I still have a pass here. Like, if he ends up being traps, I vaguely care. I probably care. I don't have that many points.
Damn it! Never have taken this contract.
Brutus enjoys blueberries. Yeah, he eventually ate them. Right now I'm discarding Scald. It looks like just wholesome elves. I don't know. It's even got like Rebuke and Sorceress. Feign Death round 1 is always traps. Is it? Could be Vanadane. Played Vanadane by now? No, they don't always draw Vanadane. Okay, well, you got me. It could still maybe not be traps. I don't think I want to pull my Wanderer. He could still just be elves with a Hattori. It's not unheard of.
Magic is a curse, a blessing, and a
One trap. There's usually like a serpent too if you're doing that. But like crushing serpent Hattori is also sort of a thing.
I'd lend you a hand, but
Wonder what I res here. If I res the Birna, I'm basically just looking for Skirm. I guess I could discard the Morkvarg too. It's not that crazy that there'd be an upgrade.
Your descendants, my beloved, sacrifices for Melusi, one and all.
I'd like some overseas plundered spring.
Right, I don't get to see it anymore. It's this deck. It's just the Skellige deck.
No prisoners! Lead them to the sea!
Just the best deck in the game. Nothing crazy. Oh. Good discard cards. Doesn't accomplish anything. Well, lose by 1.
You're in my forest now.
Kinda sad. I don't know, maybe we should have just pulled Wanderers in round 1.